Hey guys, this is Kristen Wall. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about music festivals today. But first, I'm just gonna give you guys the link to my blog. It's kristenmusicblog.wordpress.com. So basically, I'm just gonna go to my About page. I just kind of explain what led me to my first music festival, my experience at it, if I had fun, and basically how I ended up going to six more after. So my goal of this is to really kind of get in touch with the music festival community. I want to hear from you guys, just because I never had a resource like this available when I was going to my first festival. I think it definitely helps a lot because you don't want to go to a music festival just based on music either. You definitely have to consider the venue and the experience that's gonna happen with it. So definitely, leave me a comment or anything. You can also reach my Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. They're all linked up there. I really wanted to start with Coachella. I think it's a great venue to show you guys as a beginner. You can see here that it's really flat. I think that's a really cool part about it. You don't have to worry about walking uphill all the time, but definitely it's something you need to consider before you go. Always go to their site and look at their gallery so you can see what the experience is going to be like. Coachella is really cool because you have all these art installations that are interactive, so that definitely adds into your experience there. And you definitely want to think about the weather. You are going to California. Not only is it hot, but it's also very dry. So you want to have water with you. That leads me into their festival map. This is something you absolutely want to print out, even if you don't think you'll use it, just to have, because in case you lose your friends or your phone dies or something happens and you don't know where your favorite artist is, you don't know where the stage is, or you don't know where the water, whatever it is, this will save your life. It's really important to know where all the water stations are so you're keeping hydrated. And you can also see where all the art is, which is really cool because you're not wasting time or missing an artist to find a stage or anything else like that. So as you can see from this like dry, deserty one, I'm gonna move into like a more green. So this is one of my favorite festivals. This is one I go to every year. This is Firefly. It's in the woods, in Delaware. And I think that's really cool because it's really quiet, it's really personal, it's really intimate. Like, you really get to know everyone there, and it's also a 4-day camping festival, so that's really cool because you don't have all the technology you usually use in your daily life, so it's really cool to get a break. But as you can see here, it's very open, and it's not as crowded as it looks, I promise. But here's their map, and this is definitely something to consider. The Firefly main stage all the way to the backyard stage is probably half a mile. Out of the 4 days I was there, I probably walked over 50 miles, so you definitely want to be wearing comfortable shoes. I know this map looks small, but you really have to think about it in size, so it's definitely something to consider. If you're not a big walker, if you just kind of are like a concert goer, you might want to consider, the walking aspect of it. So the next one I wanted to go into was Hangout. This is in the Gulf Shore of Alabama, and it's actually on the beach, which is pretty cool because, festivals are usually at some kind of big venue. So this one's cool because, the stages are all the way apart from each other, which is great because you won't hear any kind of overlap from the artists. And it's also because there's so many interactive things, not necessarily art, but like volleyball, or you can go lay on the beach afterwards, and there's so many different kinds of tents. It's really cool. The last one I wanted to show you guys was the Meadows. This one's in New York. The thing about this one is that it's in the parking lot outside of Citi Field. I know that doesn't sound too attractive. I'm not even sure how much art they really put up either, but I do know that they have a million and one food trucks. Apparently that's like the best part about this festival, and they also have really good hip hop music, which I think is really cool. So this is their festival map. The one thing I'm hesitant about towards this is all the stages are so close together. I've done something like this where not only do the artists overlap, but also the crowds, and if they're two different kinds of genres, you're just going to get two different kinds of moods. Especially if it's your favorite artist, you're definitely not going to get the full experience of it. But like I said, this one's in a parking lot, so you really want to consider the shoes you're wearing because you'll be standing all day for 2 days straight, and that can get really uncomfortable. And again, it's definitely important to print one of these maps out because you can just see how much is going on, and it looks small, but it really is a big parking lot, and you don't want to lose your friends or anything, and it's very crowded. I remember this festival in particular had a lot of people attending, so it's really easy to get mixed up. Next, I just wanted to show you guys just a little bit of like what a packing list would look like. I feel like this is kind of important because when I first went to Firefly, I didn't have anything kind of to fall back on like this. I just kind of wung it. Luckily, we went with such a big group, people had what I didn't bring. But this is perfect because I use a shared Google Doc with these people, and we all just put whatever we think is going to be needed, who's going to be bringing what, and everything like that. And I think it's really important. I also have some clothes here, like what clothes and what you'll need inside the festival. Um, but it's definitely great to plan it all out. You don't want to pack the night before. These kind of festivals aren't something you can just kind of do that for, especially since Firefly is a 4-day camping festival. Um, but I think that's what makes it. And if you put a lot of effort into it, you'll be very rewarded. Um, and that's basically the tutorial I was going to show you guys. I just want to go back to my blog real quick, just to kind of go over things again. If you want to follow it or keep up with what's going on or even contact me, it's kristenmusicblog.wordpress.com. The contact page is right there. Feel free to leave whatever kind of, material you want to give me. Also, my tweets are here too. Feel free to follow my Twitter. I have a lot of tweets about music, not even just music, pretty much everything. But I think it's really relative to what's going on. And I'll also be trying to actively post more of my, music festival pictures. But so this is just the beginning. I really hope you guys tune in and listen, and thank you guys.